think are significant. That gets to the Nader question. My feeling is that it should be a very high priority to keep Wolfowitz, Rumsfeld, those characters, prevent them from getting another mandate. If they do, they can be extremely dangerous in every respect. The difference between militarizing space under the conception of control and militarizing it under the conception of ownership may be the difference between survival of the species and non-survival. I mean, neither is very attractive, but there are differences. And the same is true on the domestic front and to a limited extent elsewhere. So I do think it's a priority. Nader doesn't. I mean, I like him. I've known him for a long time. I like what he stands for and does. But I really think he's making a mistake. Actually, what he ought to do, in my opinion, and actually this has been, there are things he could do to be in the campaign and not affect the outcome. There's some technical things he could do. Actually, one of them was proposed by a well-known constitutional law professor at Yale University, Bruce Anderson, and it's an interesting suggestion. In the U.S. system, you don't elect people, you elect electors. Okay? And the electors elect the people, the candidates. I mean, that was part of the original Madisonian system to try to marginalize the public and keep power in the hands of the wealthy. Now it doesn't have quite that function, but the system is still there, which means that Nader could, if he wanted to, run, but select the Democratic electors. That would mean you're voting for Nader, but the elector is Kerry's. Okay, so that's a way to run and use the opportunity to say whatever you want and bring issues up and so on and so forth, but not affect the election. I mean, that's one way to do it, and there are other ways. And my opinion is that's what he ought to do. It's fine to bring up issues and discuss things and so on and so forth, but to act so as to bring back into office the people around Bush, which is exactly what it is, that's just not sensible in my opinion.